Ah dear, hello, this is a good time right now, everything is better again, and this will be the one going into Blackpool, so that is an absolute double. Also, Christmas is nearly coming, this is the smaller room, so smaller treat, but it's got the nicest star for it. And actually, when I watched my first ever series, this was my oh, it doesn't stand up, but that was the home glitter ball. So there you go. They got all these out now, just to say who get them wrong as always, as you can pretty much see. Apart from when I do these are always right, or always guaranteed to be right. Right, now I need to turn my brightness up. There. So yeah, it's great. Everything is coming out. There's new stuff, but this seems to be the priority. But there's a Christmas light switch on, so that might mean something else too. Right. Ham's hasn't really changed. Speciality has went down by 0.5, but that's only because of an undeserved date. Ellie's is 33, just changed a little bit in speciality. Again, it's went down as well, because most people are on their second or third one. Tony is now out. We'll leave on 23 in... Why is that lighting so bad? Is it better I have it like this? No. There. Right. Tony's ball Latin went up to 20.3, and his ballroom and Latin or speciality are on 23. Fleur's Latins went up to 33.3 after getting a 39, which should have been a 40, but whatever. Ballroom 31.5, speciality remains on 33. Will 29.6, 34.3, which is actually quite a surprise. The joint has ballroom score with Molly on 34.3. I was quite surprised at that, because whilst I think he's good, I don't think he's one of the best on the show. But then that's just my opinion. 29.5 in speciality. Molly 34.3 in Latin. I already said her other one, and 31.5. So quite lower in speciality compared to the likes of Ellie, which isn't what you'd expect, but I don't think the choreography for her routines, despite her being one of my favourites in the speciality, especially her couple's choice, wasn't a strong one. Helen, I got my mistake corrected. It was 31.5, not 32. She hasn't went downhill. I just went downhill. So, and then two 31s. Tyler. Awful lack of light. Honestly, I'm moving this over here. Tyler, 32.3 in Latin. 30.5 in ballroom. He's surprisingly even quite underwhelming in ballroom. And 32.3 in speciality. Now, lastly, Kim, 29.6 in Latin, 27 in ballroom, and speciality continues to go up to 33.6. So it's still really, really good. Right. My best part of the week, despite my average not being 7.85, I'm still in line with Anton. Surprise, surprise. Who else would it be? So I'm 4 points away, or I'm 4 points higher than Anton. So there you go, that's actually tighter than last year at this stage. So, yeah, I continue to be the highest scoring one, which shows my enjoyment of the routines gets me a bit too much. So, however, they do tend to overmark on Blackpool, so it might bring my scores more down to earth than in a comparison to theirs. So there. Who will leave is next. So I continually get this wrong apart from James and Amy. This week I've said Tyler and Diane. I'm regretting not putting Ellie and Johannes because that's who everyone thinks will leave, but it seems every time I put who everyone thinks will leave, they end up not leaving. So I should have put Ellie and Johannes, and then Tyler and Diane will go out, but I didn't. So that is who I think it'll be this week, because I haven't seen a lot of improvement over the past few weeks, if I'm being really honest. Top and bottom. Right. Hamza for the top. Can I just point out, actually, I don't know if It Takes Two was on the other day, and they asked them who would top the leaderboard. And they all said Fleur. And then they turn round and say, oh, but Hams'll get the first 10 from Craig. So hold on a minute, you're trying to tell me that he can get the first 10 and not be the top of the board? So what, the rest are going to give 9s? I don't think so. They've been giving him 10s every week and Craig's giving him an 8. I'm telling you, as soon as he gives him a 10, them others, even if they put in a 9, they'll be getting their keyboard changed to make it say 10. Right, so, and then for the bottom is LET, because there are lifts in it. The lifts weren't their strong point in the Charleston because there's a lack of height difference. And she hasn't scored over 30 for a ballroom. I could see her getting maybe 9 sort, but I think it's going to be one of those nights where we'll hardly see an 8 anywhere. I think, it's going to be very high standard, and whoever goes is going to be someone really good. So, even though I put her at the bottom, I mean bottom in the best wishes possible. So now that Tony's gone, his, where's this? Oh, he's at the bottom. His best ballroom, 31, is Quick Step, which was oddly better than anything else. His Latin was 24, just from the weekend, and Speciality, 26. So actually, pretty much in line with all the other people who have left, undeserved 32. So it's pretty similar there. Best scores. Right, these are just my scores. So Helen was an 8. Hamza was a 10 because he didn't go out of sync until the music stopped. Fleur was by far a 10. LET was an 8. I did really like her routine. Kim was another 8. Don't know why Motzi gave it a 7. That was a bit odd, especially because it's the first ever time she's given the lowest. Tyler 7, overmarked. It was good, but it wasn't that good. Molly, yet again, 3rd week in a row, another 10. Beautiful run, one of the best, honestly. Will was a 9, very good. Didn't have swing and sway. And Tony was a 7 because I thought I preferred his routine to Tyler, so they're probably about on a par. Right, who will win? Right, I'm sticking to Hams and Jovita. Who I want to win. Still haven't filled it out. Probably the latest haven't filled it out at all. But yeah, it's still Hams and Molly or Helen. I haven't picked 2 though. But it's one of them. Best score from the judges. Molly rose up to 37 because she finally got her first 10. LET still on 35. Hams is still on, well, I don't know why I say still because he got the highest score of the show. Will 38. Tony, big 31. Well, for him at least. Tyler 38. Fleur 39. Helen 37 still. And Kim has remained on her fabulous 37. Now that we take it to worse scores, we can see that Tony always remained on 15, Hams is still on 24, Will 23, LET 21, hasn't changed in a while. Helen's still on 26, one of the only ones not to have changed. Fleur 28, Kim hasn't changed at all, 23. Molly, 30, just a 1 point dip. And Tyler's remained on 22 the whole way through. So there you go. So there's a lot of improvement. Right, 40 and 10. So as you know, it's Blackpool. If I haven't mentioned once or twice, I'm sure the show does it enough. Don't play bingo the week before Blackpool and take shots every time they mention Blackpool. Right, 40 and 10 predictions. Right, I think there'll be a lot of 10s tonight because it's Blackpool. Blackpool. It doesn't even get week number. I had to put Blackpool. Molly, Hamza, Fleur, and Kim. I should have put Helen. Or did I put Helen? Well, I'm adding her on. I don't care. Right, there you go. I'd probably replace Fleur for Kim, or Helen for Kim. And I've gotten it right every week, so hopefully, now that I predict Hams is going to get the first 40 of the series, that I won't be joining a lot of X's over here. So I think this is the right week to do that, and I even predicted that was the dance he was doing because I knew that they've set that up so he gets that first 40. 5 out of 8, that'll be a long night. Right, so the difference in averages, mostly Craig brings them down, but Tony was 22 from the judges. Mine's 24.48, and that puts him into 9th place. Actually, not the biggest gap on this list. I've no idea how I'll fit Helen's placement in, because it's so tight, but there you go. Last and probably least is worst scores. So Tony again, if I can find him. 15 in ballroom, 18 in Latin, and 22 in speciality. So there you go. It's proven to be a very good series, and hopefully by the next time I'm in this room doing it, that Christmas tree will look a bit more glamorous, and so will the rest of the room. Even the stars drop, and that cage should be on, but it's not bad. And again, it's night time once again for me filming, which shows that it's almost the end. So that's a shame. It's the only thing I don't like when the Christmas tree comes up, and when it's Blackpool. It just shows how less there is left. So yeah, there you go. Another week.